These are the areas which I will try to cover today. I'll just repeat for the sake for those who have not attended the evening session what is slash fill. Then I'll take you to the payroll processing using macros. Many of us has a small CA firm and they don't have any software, and the person who is doing payroll processing, it takes days, and we are not able to pay the people on time. So we can learn macros, basic macros, and we can process the payroll within 1 hour. Formatting tally data, error management, very important. Getting comments whenever, like Venu sir was also showing in the Excel 9C, some comments are written over there. How to get the comments in the cell itself, how to convert the numbers in words, formatting SAP data, and balance it with SUMIF. Let's start with slash fill and advanced filling. As I'll also keep the chat box on. If you have any question, you can just ask the. I'll just mute my video. Hello. Yeah, now we are starting with advanced filling. I hope my screen is visible to all. You can write on the chat box.
Yes.
Thank you. With advanced filling, like many times we have data like this, and we require all the days. We know it's a list option is there in the Excel, and we just drop this down. Correct. But there is something over here which we never try to see. What are the options which are there? So let's move to the next option and just see what are the options are there which we can explore. Over here, I want to only fill, but without the formatting. So you can just click fill without formatting. Check out this option. Many times we just fill it and then remove the format manually, which is there inbuilt in the Excel, and you can use this advanced filling option. Sometimes we require the format from top. I am only taking the list, but it can be many other options. We require the format from the top, not the text. So we can just say fill formatting only. The format will be copy pasted. And lastly, we can again only take the weekdays with removing the weekends. Fill weekdays only. Once you see weekdays are taken, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is there, but Saturday, Sunday is removed. On the weekdays, if we have to take the weekdays, we can take weekdays, and if you want to bring the weekends back, we can just click fill with all the days. So this was basic advanced filling. Let's move to another option which is there, and I really love this option, which is called flash fill. Flash fill is something which helps us in many ways. Let's see the first one. Over here, there are the names Sachin Tendulkar, Sunil Gavaskar. I'm a big fan of cricketers. In most of my examples, you'll see this. So I want the name Sachin Tendulkar, Sunil Gavaskar, Kapil Dev. How would you get all these details? In the beginning session, also in the first session, we learned how to do text to column. But let's see, there is something called flash fill. I'll show you how to use it. I wrote Sachin, and then I use the key Control plus E. Control plus E. Once I put Control plus E, everything comes together. Similarly, if I write Tendulkar, it changes automatically. I don't have to do anything. If I write Tendulkar, Sachin, in school times we had the surname prior to the first name. So I write Tendulkar, Sachin, everything changes automatically. Wow, I think it's helpful for those who don't know this function. And then in corporate office, you know, the names are there, and the email IDs are made out of name only, like sachin.tendulkar@excel.com, sunil.gavaskar@excel.com. Let's extract only the names out of it. Control E. Wow. It gets all the names with proper formatting. No, Vivek, I use this, but you see, many times we have this in lower text, and we want the upper text or proper text, or we want the all in capital letters. Whether we can do that? Yeah, let's see. Earlier, I used to do like this, equals to PROPER, proper, select. Now I won't do that because I know flash fill, you know. Just write Control E. it converts into proper case. Vivek, I only want initials. I want to send mails and I only want to use initials over here. S. Tendulkar, S. Gavaskar, S. Cake Dev, Y Singh. We can just take the initials. This also we require in many of the SMS we use in our association when we have to reduce the message type, the count of the message, because 160 equals to one message. So we have to reduce the name to send the message. We can use this. We don't have to change every words. If I require only the first digits of both name and title, that's helpful. When you was with GST, so I cannot help it without using GST. You know, this GST numbers are there with us, and we have the PAN numbers with us of the clients, of the vendors, of the customers. I'll just see whether the GST number pertains to those vendors or not. I'll just extract the PAN number from the GST number. Uh, Muktikant ji, how can initials be converted into full name? I don't have the full name over there. I can only extract from a set. From the superset to subset I can do, but from subset, how can we move to superset? We cannot do that. Just check this out. All the PAN numbers have been extracted. I'll just check over here. Equals to this is equal to this or not? Wow. All checking done in how much seconds? And I am just taking 80 data. We can have 800. We can have 8 lakh data also. Vivek, you know, many times we require to know whether it's a company or it's a individual, because from the PAN number we can understand how much TDS has to be deducted in audit to check whether the client is deducting TDS properly or not. If it's a company, if it's an individual, if it's a partnership firm. So I'll just press C over here. This is a firm. This is a firm. All these are firms. This is personal, P, partner, individuals. So like this, we can use in various aspects. One more query which Muktiji also had. One more query which Muktiji also had, whether from this I can derive the email ID also. No, Anshul, I'm not using any formula. I'm only using Control E. Control E. Like over here, this I have this name. I want to convert into an email ID. Sachin.tendulkar@lockdown.com. Control E. I didn't did anything else. I just took the name and used flash fill. Control E. Nothing else. How beautiful it is. So this can be used in audit in various ways when we are data analyzing, when we are cleaning the data, and in many other ways. So I'll just move with this. Yes. First, I'll move to balance sheet with SUMIF. Let's see, Vivek, what you want to say with balance sheet with SUMIF. I'll show balance sheet with SUMIF as well as error management. How to manage error. You know what Venu sir is saying, that you should know your problem. Excel will give you a solution. Like any startup, you should know your pain points. What is my pain point? How to automate that in Excel, and you can really get a good solution. Now see, this is a trial balance. This is trial balance extracted from Excel, from Tally, which was something like this. I have just written reserve and surplus where it goes in the balance sheet. main heading, heading, subheading, and then the balances. Vivek, what is the benefit? The benefit of this is that I will use a function called sumif, which has already been taught by Sanjeev Sangeji. And with this sumif, I can make this balance sheet. Just check the formula over here. Sumif from where TB adjusted. Okay, very good. What I have to pull? I have to pull this J129. Wherever there is salary written in that trial balance, please pull from there and please put it over here. Okay, Vivek, there's one issue. What is the issue? Vivek, see, I do this regularly, but you know, by mistake, I changed the name of this sheet as TB adjust. And when I do this, there can be a TP adjust is changed over here because sumif is there. But if we do only linking of the TB, and if we change anything, everything goes for not applicable. Vivek, what if the TB has been revised? Like over here, I've got TB adjusted 2020. Whether I can change it over here in sumif balance sheet? Let's try this. There's something called control bindi, which is above, below the escape sign. Below the escape sign. What I will do over here, Control F. TB adjust. Replace with TB adjusted 2020. We have made 60 replacement. See, this TB adjust, became TB adjusted 2020 and my balance sheet is updated. My balance sheet is updated. Vivek, is it true it's updated? Yes, it is true it is updated. Control bindi back. Balance sheet is updated. Let's move to balance sheet. Vivek, please show me what is the difference between both the balance sheet. I'll just show you within few minutes. I'll open one more balance sheet. A copy of it was made. Friends, what happens? Many times the client sends us the balance sheet, or we also when drafting balance sheet, we miss a track. A new balance sheet has come, or a new GST detail has come, or new tax audit has come. What are the changes which has been done? What we do, we take a printout of both the copies and we tell our article assistant, boss, दोनों को जाके देखो क्या क्या change हुआ. We can also do something very easy over here. View side by side. Now check. This is my old balance sheet. This is my new balance sheet. See over here, 929, 932. Some figures has changed over here. What are the figures? The reserve and surplus has changed over here. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. 166 is okay. 833 is okay. 233 is okay. All these figures are fine. So I don't have to see the whole balance sheet together. I'll just go over here. I will highlight this has changed. I'll go to the link. What has changed? The PL has changed. Let's see the profit and loss account. Okay, Vivek, there has been some change in profit and loss account. Other expenses has decreased. Other expense has decreased. The client has tried to increase the profit by decreasing other expense. I'll go in the link. There's been change in other expenses. Just see, if I am toggling one file, the other file automatically toggles. What they have done in this other expenses, general expense was 2,97,376. Client has reduced that and increased the cash over here. It is 9470 over here. So friends, in audit or in accounts preparation, Excel helps us in seeing both the files together side by side, and it also helps us because many times we have various files which are linked to the link is created from some other files, and the name of the folder changes. Whenever the name of the folder changes, it shows over here corrupted, not NA comes over here. So in that also we can do this error management by just opening control and small bindi which is there below escape, and then replacing the name with the new link of the folder. So this was some of balance sheet. Let's move to some macros. I think many people were waiting for some macros also.
Vivek ji, sorry, I just want to add one point.
Yes, sir.
In fact, the why SAMIF is more advised is in that file which Vivek ji has showed. If I change the name from salary to staff welfare or puja expense to something else, automatically the value also changes. It might so happen that sometimes we use the template of the previous year and manually someone has linking. So there is no nexus to the line items which is linked manually to the left side. So those inadvertent, unintentional errors will go off will automatically by using the SAMIF.
Thank you, sir, for adding that. Friends, how many of you are actually working in tally data for audit purpose? Please reply in the chats also. How many of you are working in tally data for audit purpose or for making detailed file? If you can just type in chat is active. Yeah. I get it. I get it. Some of you are answering yes. So in tally, we used to get data like this. Okay. And I used to ask my articles or my staff also, please make an annexure out of it. What they used to do? Copy, paste. Please, we have learned macros in last 4 days. What I have done, once I was doing this, how I do it equals to, I take the below column, Control C. Sorry, I took the wrong column. This is narration. And all the narration should come over here. Control C. I've taken all the narrations, Control C, Alt HY, that is enlarge, Control C, Alt ESV, paste special, and then all the FF filter. Just note what I am doing. Control A, Alt HMC, unmerge. All the FF, all the FF again. I'll just remove the blanks from here. Blanks, Control minus, all the FF. I may be looking a bit fast. But I'm just giving you the concepts. So see over here, you have all this now in the proper format, how we always require. The narration is here. The bank, this is a client of mine in Nigeria, which I used to work. So Zenith Bank is their lead banker over there. So what I was doing right now, I have recorded in a sheet. Once I've recorded this, I go to developer, macros, ledger cleaning, run. Once I have done in one file, and if I have to make test of details of say 50 files from tally, I can dump the tally and I can just run this. Isn't it awesome? Now let's see some more thing if I can derive from here. Over here it says EKY. Okay, very good. EKY is some details 6054 AA4. What we have learned? So whenever driving license number key, this is the driving license, so it relates to some payment made for cars. I took out the number of the driving license details over here, or else Vakil Yadav. Vakil Yadav. If the narrations are same, in most of the case, it happens like that. Vakil Yadav, Control E. Vakil Yadav. Vakil Yadav. How many times it has been paid to Vakil Yadav in cash, so that we don't have to pay TDS out of it. Just think about the tally data, cash expenses. In the cash book, you can derive all these details. How many times payment has been done to Vivek and the limit has crossed, but they don't know because everything is through cash. No journal entries are passed. So we can derive the expense type, we can derive a name type, and we can know how much payment was made to Vakil Yadav in cash, how much payment was made to Vivek Agarwal in cash, and we can do lots and lots of things. As I'm repeating for the sake of repetition, Mr. Venugopal has said, you should know your problem, Excel will give you solution. So now we used to say that for the startups, you should know the pain points, you should know the problem, solution would come. Now we say that for Excel as well. So I think this was useful. Can we close this? Now some more tally data. Many a time I get data like this. Many a time I get data like this. And you know, over here this custom CR is there, but I want this CR to be negative and I want this DR to be positive. Vivek Chauhanji, I will show you main index. Please, we can go through this. I'll come back to the main index again. So I want this debit. I want this debit to be shown as positive and this credit should be shown as negative. What I will do, I've gone to Google भैया मुझे एक code दीजिए, this clean tally data code. I went to Google भैया, I took this code, I went to developer, macros, TB, I'll just give a name for macros, create. This macros is created, Control C, Control V, clean tally data. Finish. I'll select the full sheets. It's a big tally data, 1800 line items. I'll go to developer, macros, run. Just check this out. This credit balance became minus, minus, minus. I'll just arrange it. Alt HK. Isn't it okay? The credit became minus, the debit became positive, and now I can move and work with this in as many ways as I want. So this was clean tally data, debit credit. Now I'll move to one more important area, which is HR attendance. I have got these 4 employees. As I said, I'm a fan of cricket. David, Lakshman, Sachin, Virat. I said them to give me attendance like this. Whenever they give attendance, kindly give me attendance like this only. David, reporting partner is Vivek. Date, day, in time, out time, hours, present, absent, holiday, work done, remarks. So I just made this dummy data in the morning, and this is the attendance sheet. If all my employees, whether it's 100,000 lakhs, I don't remember how many employees are there. Yes, it can be added to the toolbar, but today will be a shortage of time. I think we can Google out and understand how to add that macro in the toolbar. For your information, whichever function we use in macros, whichever function we use in Excel for that matter, text to column and all, they are nothing. They are macros added with a button. That's it. So friends, I have these 4 datas. I'll just minimize that. I'll open a sample merge workbook. I'll open a simple file. I have the code already with me. Again, downloaded from net. Merge workbook. Control A, Control C. Although yesterday we had seen in the query also, and today morning also we had seen in query how to merge. I'll go to developer, macros, merge, dummy data, Control A, Control B. Please make sure, as already learned in yesterday's session, when it is green, it is just for use or for the notification or just for your understanding what we have to give over here. It says please give a proper path over here. I'll just copy the path of my files. All my MIS has been given in the HR attendance. I'll copy this file path. I'll go to the workbook. I'll replace this path over here. Control V. Okay, Vivek, done. No issue. One more thing. Please make sure all the files are of Office Excel 2007, 2016, 2013. Take the extension of the files. I'll just close this. Developer, macros, merge workbook, run. All my attendance has come over here, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4. Fantastic. Okay, Vivek, done. How we'll do payroll with this? I'll just take the next step. I want all the sheets into one sheet. So I'll go for the another code which I have. Combine worksheets. Control A, Control C. Now macros feel we feel that macros has really made our life simple. You see, A, B, create dummy macros I have created. Please note, don't remove the macros which is already created on the top. I'll just replace the below one. Made, closed, developer, macros. We have to combine worksheets. Merge workbook we have done. Now we are combining worksheets. Run. Now we get a combined worksheet over here. Just see what I will do. We have already learned from morning pivot table. I copied everything. All N V. Enter. I want to see under which partner the person is working. I want to see the name of the employee. I want to see total in time and out time. In time, I don't want in time, I want the attendance, sorry. Number of days he was present, self-declaration. Number of days he was absent, number of days he had holiday. Just a bit of designing. Control A, pivot table. Design. Do not show subtotal. Show in tabular form. So David was present for 24 days, Lakshman 24 days, Sachin 24 days, Virat is very effective nowadays. He was present for 26 days. They all were absent for 2 days, and Somni was the holiday. So I have to pay this person 24 plus 5, 24 plus 5, 24 plus 5, 26 plus 5. Just imagine how much time our office staff used to take just to make this. And now I'll just put the CTC of that person for 1 month and the salary will be computed. You can just release the payment. Was this helpful? I have done this for 250 staffs of my office when my HR was struggling with the salary computation. To bring the data side by side, you have to again run another macros and play with the macro which you have created. Again, as I said, I'm just giving a concept. Just understand I'm giving a concept and you can use this. And to in your file, if you can do one more thing, you can just bring the name, give a name to that year. Suppose 2017 balance sheet details are there, 2018 is there, just add a column with the year. And when you bring the pivot table over here, you can just put the column name as 2017, 2018, and all the figures will come over here. Friends, was this helpful, the payroll processing part? Thanks, Sumit. Thanks, Delhi Babu. I hope justifying your afternoon. So let's move to something else. This was already done, how to create index. I'll show you something interesting, which again it was taken from one of the session I have attended in institute. And when there was a speaker, Mr. Rishabh Pugalia, he is also Excel guru. And database management. We are in audit every time, every day. We have got lots and lots and lots of data. So Vivek, what to do? I'll just show you. This is my index management. Whenever we have data in the soft copy, we should know which files are there in which folders. So I'll just go to desktop. I'll go for file. I'll just use my database. I do a lot of work on index, so I'll go to index notes. I'll go to ICI index bear. Yeah. Okay. I've given a link of the folder path. It is created by macros. You can just Google out and get also how to get a file manager for macros. I'll select this, include all the files over here. Fetch all file types I have taken. I can only take Excel also. I can only take PDF also. I'll just fetch all the files over here. There's a problem with the link. Fetch all file types. Yeah. Just check out all my files. In there's 1, 10, 101, everything is over here. Once your audit is completed, you have the list of the files which are there in the folder. You export this file in the text column in an Excel file and make a contents out of it. Which files are there in which folder, and just use it for future reference. If you want the file path, you can keep it or you can just delete it. If you want the file size, you can keep it or delete it. I want this, whether it's a PDF, it's something else. When it was last modified, if you click over here, yes, you get the name of all the files which are there. It will open your file. Some combination of what Mr. Venusa has already shown to us also. Any query? Yes, Vivek Chauhanji, I'll show you file management once again. This is just go over there. I have done nothing. The codes were there. I copied paste the code. I got this beautiful template from the code. Once I have this code, I'll go to Vivek presentation, general. Okay. Fetch all file types, fetch file details. What it gives me? It gives me all my PowerPoint presentations which I've made on IndAS 1, 2, 10, 111. I can just export in Excel. This you can use in your audit when you have multiple folders and files and you don't know where to get which file. You have this in an Excel sheet. It's a contents for you. I can just name it contents for audit ABC. The name is there. I don't want PPT and all. Control F dot PPTX. Replace all. Done. I want to make it a bit beautiful. Control A, Alt HBA. That's borders for everything. I just don't want the file path. I want, okay, which file are how big, which file is how small. When I modified, I have to update any file. This was modified in 2018, index 102. Okay, Vivek, I don't want to modify anything. Okay, Vivek, one more thing. Just go over here. We love something. We call it slash fill. Make it 0 over here. Make it 1 over here. Control E. These are my index number 101, 102, 103, 104. I got this number. I'll just modify a bit. Yeah, all my index files are here, and done all the FF. Do this for, we can do this for all files which are there. So I'll close this file. File management is done. Let's move to something else. For your information, I am a chartered accountant. I don't know. I don't know any coding, and I don't want to learn coding. I want to learn Indias. I want to learn my audit. I don't want to learn coding. That's why I'm only using all this codes which are there available in Google. Convert number. Yeah, friends, we used to always know that there's something called macros, correct? But apart from macros, we have something called functions also. What is that? This is a code I have taken from Microsoft. Control C. I went to this file. I have got these numbers. We know our favorite places now. Macros. I'll make this A. Create. Control A. Control V. Over here, it says spell function. This is not sub, and we are not starting with sub, but we are starting with function. So I'll just close this. I'll go over here, equals to spell. This spell number was not there. This spell number was not there. I created a new function for myself because many time I have to type in. I have to type in this space, enter, control C, enter. Now this is coming in cents dollar because I am saying spell number in rupees. What I'll do, I'll just change it. I don't want rupees and all. I'll go to number to word simple function. Control C. Developer, macros, A, create. Control A, control B. Close. Close. Equals to. I just forgot the thing. It is, what is the name? Number two words equals to number two words. Just check this out. What lovely, lovely figures are there. Yes, yes. Someone from BizSurf Consultant, we can use spell number like tools in word file also. It is the, we have to learn. See, there's no end to learning. We can use macros also over there, but I'll show you something which we know but we don't use. How many of you make balance sheet many a time and different versions of balance sheet? Means once I have made a balance sheet, again I have to make a new balance sheet, again I have to make a new balance sheet. How many of you it happens with you? And then there is something called notes and accounts to a balance sheet, correct? 50, Vivek Chauhanji, whenever we are making a balance sheet, we have notes and accounts. And in notes and accounts, we have something like this. A dictation form in which some figures are coming. And when balance sheet versions are changing every now and then, the balance sheet versions are changing, we forget to change these numbers also. So therefore, I would say, please link this also. Please link your notes to accounts also in Excel with the numbers which are there. Like the EPS of the company is 1801.27 in current year and 1288.16 in previous year. I'll just go over there. And change it. 100. Boom. It changes over here. Vivek, how to do this? Nothing. Whatever we have, we'll just type in equals to open bracket concatenate. We have learned concatenate. We can also use concatenate over here, or we can just go for simple. My EPS is rupees. Close inverted comma. and I'll link this again, and comma, sorry, again and then start for the current year. Enter. My EPS is rupees 1801.27 for current year. A simple first time when we are making this, we can have a bit of issues that we have to write. There's nothing. You have a last year note, you just copy paste, give a equal function over there, and then link it with the numbers. And whenever the number changes, it changes automatically, and we don't have a mistake, because many times when we print the balance sheet, get it signed, and when we are doing the filing with the ROC, then we come to know, oh, over here we have got this mistake. Oh, over here we have that mistake. I think this small function is very helpful, and I use it in my client's place, and I would recommend everyone to use it. Till here, it's fine.